So theater was one of the first things to go away when the pandemic hit, and it was one of the last things to come back. Restaurants, travel industries have, started to rebound, and now we're starting to see our favorite performers, our favorite spaces reopen. Mercury Theater is doing a whole open house July 10th and 11th, and we've introduced by two different new faces that we're going to see there. We have Christopher Chase Carter, who is the artistic director, and we have the legendary Honey West, who is our cabaret director for the Mercury Theater. Thank you both for joining me today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
So
Thanks for
let's
having.
Listen, I just want to say on the 10th and 11th of July, that's actually considered a soft opening, and it's an introduction to the space. We will be having a more formal grand opening for 3 nights a little later.
a little bit later, but it's welcoming people back to the space. Honey, let me go ahead and start with you. What is having a cabaret show? I mean, you're, A Taste of Honey, in the early 90s. It's something that people crave. What is it about that experience that you love and that you want to bring to the Mercury Theater?
Well, my cabaret experience has lasted for like the last 30 years. And when I used to do cabaret, it was 4 hours a night. So all through the Gentry days in Chicago, I performed about 2,000 cabaret shows, accumulating about 3,000 hours worth of material in cabaret. For the word cabaret, it's used in a lot of different ways. More of a traditional, maybe a New York cabaret is an hour 15, maybe an hour and a half. Um, and now, more recently, the word cabaret has been used to describe drag shows and burlesque and things like that. For for myself, cabaret is a very intimate because it's usually in a small room and it's right on top of people. And I really thrive and I love that experience where you're off the stage and you're really singing to people instead of at them from a distance. And what the Venus cabaret space has, it has the capability to be anything and everything. It can be a full musical. They've done many, performed many musicals in the space. It can be a run of a straight show, just a non-musical show. And it has the lights and sound capability as well as the mixed media with the TV monitors to do virtually anything you want to do in the space. So it's exciting because there really are no limits except you're not going to fit 300 people in there.
But you get to have a wonderful, intimate theater experience. And Christopher, let me ask you a little bit about, what we can expect this upcoming season, because we're doing a soft opening, an open house, July 10th and 11th. What's going to be taking place those 2 days? And, when can we be able to experience our first show there?
Yeah, so as you know, we have two spaces. So during the open house, we just want to, welcome the community back and get us all in the same space again and felt what we felt before the pandemic, before the pandemic hit. We have really great programming coming in the big space, which is the Mercury Theater. And there should be a big announcement with our season coming out within the next week or so, right before the open house. So I'm looking forward to everybody's reaction. And I think everybody's going to be extremely excited. There's something for everybody. And, in the location we're in the middle of Wrigleyville, North Halstead, Andersonville. I really wanted to make sure that we brought to the table something for everybody from all those communities. And I think we did a really good job representing that. And, we're planning to come back with our first full musical in the big space in November. All the details will come out here soon, very, very soon. So to give us something to talk about at the open house. And within the cabaret, I won't go too much into detail. I'll let Honey touch more on that. But yeah, it's very exciting because, before the pandemic, theater was what it was. But I'm excited to see how people respond and what it's going to be after the pandemic. And, how they're going to attend, because people are working from home. So maybe our matinees and week shows may do better than our weekend shows in the past. So it's an exciting time. But I think we're all ready for the challenge and ready to put our best foot forward and really really bring this community together and do something special for Chicago.
And Honey West, you are the cabaret director, but are we going to see you doing a couple of songs there on Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah. I'm going to actually be performing on Sunday night from 5 to 7, but I'll be there very much during both parts, both days. You know, it really is. There's a lot of things that you're going to see at the Venus Cabaret that are familiar, but we're going to do them our way.